afternoon, everybody. Good evening now, and welcome to our second quarantine concert live here from our CAM studio in New Albany, Indiana, where it is now just past 6 o'clock, and it is a very nice 66 degrees last time I looked. 68 degrees. There we go. A lovely day today, and we're so happy that you are all with us. And we're going to enjoy some local music today because our local musicians have been really struggling. Especially the ones that make a living almost exclusively by gigging, because very few people, well, no places obviously are open for them to perform. So this is their live gig today, and hopefully their paying gig too, because we're going to invite everybody to use our virtual tip jar, which you'll find in the description down there right underneath my lovely face. Kidding. And if you click on it, you'll notice it invites you even to just donate $1. And if everyone does that, it will be amazing how that will mount up. And who knows, maybe even buy these fine musicians their dinner tonight, which will probably also be breakfast tomorrow, right? Yeah, pizza for breakfast. Awesome. It's great. So I'm so glad that you're here. Now, our first guest today, you actually heard a little bit of his music already. The introduction that we used for this show was from his CD, Seven Birds Blue, and which I had the privilege as part of CAMS, the organization, Kentuckiana Association of Musicians and Singers. We helped this young man out with his album release concert. And it was a lot of fun, and it was great. So, ladies and gentlemen, I believe he is hanging around. I would like to welcome you and introduce the amazing, the super talented singer, songwriter, and guitarist, Mr. Jacob McDaniel.
Well, thank you very much, Rowan. Thank you for having me today. It's a pleasure to be here through the computer waves.
Great to have you, Owen. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you, Owen?
I'm doing great. What happened to your beard you were growing?
Well, I trimmed my mustache too low, so this was all grown out and there was nothing here, so I decided it all had to go down, otherwise it'd look real strange.
Well, it brings back your baby face. So tell us, what are you going to play for us today?
I'm going to play a tune I wrote a while back called Mountain.
Lovely. We look forward to it, sir.
All right, you ready?
Take it away.
All right. Mountain sun reminds me of times long ago. Where does the time go? Nobody knows. But mountain sun will rise. Mountain sun will rise. Mountain sun will rise. Ooh, you wise sage, when you tell me Mountain sun will rise. Mountain sun will rise. Mountain sun will rise.
Sweet. Thank you so much. That's
Thank you.
beautiful. We've got some good news for you, Jacob. There's already been, let's see, $35 in donations. So you are guaranteed about a double cheeseburger at this point.
Hey, that's one more double cheeseburger than I got.
Yeah, that's awesome. So thank you all very much that you already started using our virtual tip jar. That's wonderful. Yeah, because people like Mr. McDaniel are hurting, especially you being a starving college student, right?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I
My
noticed you're
beard
looking.
can't grow back.
That's right. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. There we go. I noticed you are looking a little skinnier, so yeah, let's see if a double cheeseburger will help that.
That's right.
Now, of course, you can't perform right now in gigs, but is there anywhere folk can go to at least buy your music?
Well, they can go to the my Facebook page, Jacob McDaniel Music, and my website, jacobmcdanielmusic.com, and you can find me on CD Baby.
Okay, and don't call me baby.
Online.
Sorry, that's an old one. I didn't even get to do that. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to shut up and bring on our next guest. Just hang around to say hi to her if you like, because she's pretty amazing. She is also the CAMS teacher for keyboard, and she teaches songwriting and something else. Oh yeah, she does the CAMS Kiddies class as well, that is for 0 to 6-year-olds. So there, she is looking all smiley in the bottom of our screen. Please say hello to, what is your name now? Margaret Evans.
Penelope, that's my name, Penelope.
Penelope Margaret. Good to have
Yes.
you. Yeah, so how are you doing today?
Doing great, absolutely great. Loving this. I'm a bit of an introvert, so yeah, I not that things aren't bad, but I'm okay at home.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
okay at home with my piano.
I've heard it said that introverts, like me, actually, I'm a huge introvert, are having an easier time of it than extroverts. Introverts are like,
Right.
oh well, okay, yeah, it's just kind of like this. Although even like the huge introverts, after a while, will be like, oh, I hate to say it, but I need a human. I need some human contact.
I have started to feel that way. The online lessons has helped me tremendously when I start to feel that way, to get to say hi to someone. So
Yeah.
absolutely.
And as from our organization, Kentuckiana Association of Musicians and Singers, we tried to think, well, what can we do to help the musicians? And of course, the first thing was the teachers that we have working for it, like yourself and another 6 people, try to get them teaching online as soon as possible. So we're proud to say that up to now, there's been no interruption in the income stream. But of course, for people like you, that's not the only thing that you rely on, because yeah.
Right. Right. But I do appreciate that. I appreciate
Well, sure.
absolutely.
Okay, well, we're going to say goodbye to Jacob. Thank you for joining us. And
Farewell,
Margaret,
Owen.
yeah, good to see you. So, Margaret, what are you going to play for us?
This is a song called The Waiting Room. It's a song I wrote years ago about feeling stuck in life and feeling like where you just have to stand still. And it's, and it ends with, I won't stay in the waiting room, but I will stay home. I want to say that. I absolutely will stay home. But the song's just about waiting for something to pass or something to happen.
Sure. And I guess in a sense, we're all in a waiting room right now.
Right. That's right.
Anyway, take it away.
All right. The day they took the circus down was the day you went home. We rode the merry-go-round together, but it's just me since you've gone. I'm stuck here in this waiting room, trying to find my way back home. I'm stuck here in this waiting room, but I've been waiting for so long. The rain's pouring down, can't see the road, no, the sky. It agrees with my disposition. It understands my life. I'm stuck here in this waiting room, trying to find my way back home. I'm stuck here in this waiting room, Lord, I've been waiting for so long. Oh, the day they took the circus down was the day you went home. Rode the merry-go-round together, but it's just me since you go. I'm stuck here in this waiting room, trying to find my way. Won't stay in this waiting room. No. Whoa.
Hey, that was beautiful. And your songs are also thoughtful.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Um,
Nice compliment.
Margaret, I have to say to everybody, is very generous in sharing her talents. She conducts, for instance, the songwriting class that we have as part of the CAMS program, and it's great fun to be in. And Margaret will listen to whatever song a person has come up with, and she has the most wonderful way of saying something meaningful that's also positive and kind as well, and doesn't kind of interfere with the way the person is trying to go. So much so that you listen to what she says, and like everything that she says, you go, "Oh yeah." So yeah, it's really cool. Thank you for doing that for us, Margaret, and thank you for joining us today and sharing your beautiful song. And
I
yeah,
appreciate it.
you're getting a double
Thanks.
cheeseburger as well. Okay, well, I'm going to let you go, and I have to do a little call on Facebook now to get to our next guest, that is Drew Alexander. So I have to call her because she's not on this platform. So I'm going to say goodbye here and flip over to my Facebook and give her a call. Let's see. And hopefully Miss Drew Alexander will be around. She is our singing teacher for CAMS, and she's quite the singer herself. Just graduated recently from University of Louisville. Let me see if this is going to work. Sorry. Be right with you. Okay, I think no, it's not going to work. Okay, we'll have to bypass Drew for a minute and go to our next guest, that is Miss Brittany McGilvery,
Yes.
who is there. Yay! So good to see you. How are you doing?
Doing good. How are you doing, Owen?
I'm very well. Now, that doesn't look like a guitar or a piano.
It's not. It's a clarinet.
Awesome. And so what do you do with that? I mean, obviously you play it, but...
Yeah. Yeah, I play clarinet. I've played clarinet now over the past 15 years, actually. Started when I was young and I'm still going strong.
Awesome. Well, that's wonderful. And I'm so glad that everybody's joining us. And thank you to those watching online. Just to mention that this concert is sponsored in part by Wiley Educational Services. Together, we'll transform higher education. More details at edservices.wiley.com. Thanks to them very much for their generous donation that is helping out fund this concert and make sure that the musicians get the benefit of being able to share their talents with us. So today, Miss Brittany, what are you going to play for us?
I'm going to play 3 movements from the 5-movement piece by Gordon Jacob called 5 Pieces for Clarinet. A little bit about Gordon Jacob. He was actually a British composer.
Oh, yes, I should say so, what? All the best composers are from there. Sorry.
Yes, he's from Great Britain, and this piece was composed in 1973. So I hope you enjoy.
Thank you so much. Take it away.
Awesome. Actually stand for this. Okay.
Wait, just a minute. I'll find you back. There we go. That was wonderful. Thank you. Oh, that deserves a round of applause, doesn't it? There we go. Especially for you. Okay, that was wonderful. I'm just going to put this gentleman here in the waiting room because we'll bring him on in a second.
Okay.
I was thinking that maybe one day we can do that at one of our First Friday concerts and you can have the accompaniment. I presume there is an accompaniment normally, right?
This is actually an unaccompanied piece. I purposely found an unaccompanied piece here, but I do have some pieces that will need accompaniment, so yeah,
Okay.
I'll be happy to play.
Well, I could just make something up as you're playing that. Just, whatever. Oh, my old man's a dustman. He wears a dustman's hat. Okay, maybe not. We'd like to thank everybody that's joined us today. There's about 25 people been watching you perform that, your virtual audience. And thank you to everybody that has been donating with our virtual tip jar, which you can find right underneath in the description box right there. There's a little link there, even if it's just $1. In fact, if you click on it, it will invite you to donate just $1. Of course, you can do more if you want to, but people are doing that. So, like I've been telling everyone else, you are at this point guaranteed a double cheeseburger with fries. You're going to eat tonight. Yay! Or tomorrow for breakfast. Yeah, cold cheeseburger with fries is awesome. Okay, so I'm going to bring on our next person. I believe we finally managed to get hold of, well, she's disappeared again. Oh, there she is. We've got hold of Drew, so I'm going to bring her in. You know Drew, right?
Hi, Drew.
There's Drew's photo. Wait, there she is in real life. Hi, this is Miss Drew Alexander. Drew is our singing teacher for CAMS. And well, what else do you do, Drew?
I teach piano, voice, guitar. I direct. Wait, did you already say that I directed the community choir?
No, I didn't. So you can say that.
Okay. I direct the community choir for CAMS, and I also am a music director at a church.
Cool.
So,
And the New Albany Community Choir is the coolest choir in the world, right?
Oh, we're very hip.
Yeah,
Yes.
particularly because I'm in it. Just kidding.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can't argue with facts.
Well, many people would. Drew does a fantastic job as director, and we have a lot of fun. So hopefully when we get back to meeting again, if you just like singing, period, you don't have to be any good. I mean, Drew's terrible.
Really.
I'm kidding.
They let me direct it, so that really tells a lot.
We have a lot of fun. It's on Thursday evenings, and when we get back to normal life, hopefully in the reasonably near future, everyone's invited. Anyway, what are you going to sing for us today, Drew?
I'm going to sing Mad World by Gary Jules, I believe is his name. Yes. So I chose this song just because I feel like right now there's just a lot of chaos happening, and it just really puts into words kind of what's going on in my head and what I see on on Facebook and what other people are going through. So I thought it was a good popular song to pick for today.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. All yours.
All right. All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, bright and early for their daily races, going nowhere. Their tears are filling up their glasses, no expression. Hide my head, I'd wanna drown my soul. No tomorrow. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Children waiting for the day they feel good. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Made to feel the way that every child should. Sit and listen, sit and listen. Went to school and I was very nervous. No one knew me, no one knew me. Hello teacher, tell me what's my lesson. Look right through me, look right through me. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Imagine you. Mad world.
Hey, beautiful, beautiful song choice. Thank you so much, Drew.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Bye.
I'm going to just hang on.
or-
Hang on a sec. I'm just going to bring this gentleman on and. Oh,
Okay.
wait, he's gone away. He's disappeared. Ah, okay. Can't bring him on. Let us.
Is he a magician?
Well, let's bring a different person on and see if you know the amazing Mr. Dan Colon.
Is that the man who made me a turkey leg one time?
He made you a turkey leg. Is this true,
Is it?
Dan?
Is it?
I don't.
Is it Tim Stan?
Yes. Yes, that's
Yes,
them
he-
indeed. They
He
don't.
made me dinner one time. Very
Aw.
nice man. Yes. Bye.
Sorry. Oh, there we go. Okay, they just figured out they're wrong. They were watching it on YouTube, and there's about a 1 minute delay. But yeah, talk to you later.
Okay. Bye.
Hello, Dan. Top half of you, anyway. I can see your eyes, but not much more. Hello, Kim. This is exciting, folks. They're in total silence getting ready. They may have no idea that 35.6 million people around the nation are watching them right now. Okay, not quite that many. Do you have sound, folks? Hello. Maybe not. We may have to go to somebody else. Okay, let us go to Rachel instead here. Are you there, Rachel? Hello! Your sound is not on either. You'll need to turn yours on.
I'm on.
There you go! Hey! Oh, it's nice to have you. We've been having a few people with no sound, so we had to skip a couple to get to you, but we're glad
Yeah.
you're here. So,
I think
3 guesses
that'll
what
do good
Rachel
after you while we
plays.
were practicing.
What do you play, Rachel?
The violin.
Ah, wonderful. And I got to tell you, I am taking Cam's violin lessons from this lady, and it's a lot of fun. She makes us wear silly hats and all kinds of things.
I'm going to pause the YouTube real quick.
Yes, please.
I can hear you over there.
Yeah, and about a minute behind. Just while she does that, let me remind everybody that this concert is sponsored in part by Wiley Education Services. Together, we'll transform higher education. More details at edservices.wiley.com. We thank them for their kind donation that is in part making this concert possible, and we also appreciate the little tip jar and those of you that are throwing in a buck or two to help our starving musicians here. We now have enough so that you can all have a double cheeseburger with fries and a Diet Coke.
What? My favorite.
I know! So you'll all be feeding yourselves tonight. But anyway, Rachel, what are you going to play for us?
I'm gonna play two songs. I'm gonna play Minuet by J.S. Bach, and I'm gonna play Humoresque by Dvorak.
Love it.
These are from a collection put together by Shinichi Suzuki in 10 volumes to teach violin from beginning to advanced, and it's actually what I include in our CAMS classes.
Yay! Okay. Off you go.
Aww.
Very nice.
Oh, those harmonics.
Hold on, I just have to move this person away too. There we go. I can see you again. Ah, awesome. You know that that last piece of music, it really needs words, doesn't it? We got to think of some lyrics for it.
We do.
Yeah.
Of course, I have that song I tell about Mickey and Minnie Mouse that my grandmother told me. Her and Sherry Hoffmeister, Virginia Snyder, and Carol Hughes started the Suzuki program decades ago in Louisville. So they have all kinds of stories for these songs.
Ah, I don't think it have to be about donuts, right? I would love
Of course,
box of donuts covered with some. I don't know. We'll think of something. Anyway, I'm
You
sorry.
have a million mnemonics for them.
Oh, it's all about donuts, right? It has to be about donuts.
It is.
Okay, well, just to see who's here right now, it looks like we're finally ready to see Mr. Dan Colon, who has arrived in full force. We'll bring him in and see if he's there. There he is! Can we hear him this
Hi,
time?
Dan.
We can't hear you, Dan. Of course, you're not saying anything, so that doesn't help.
Uh-oh. Say hi.
We still can't hear you. This platform that we're using, it's kind of weird. You think that you've clicked on do sound, but then you have to click something else afterwards. So
Yep.
it's kind of funny. Yeah. But
Give attention to audio. It looks like it's in now.
La da da.
there you go.
You got it.
Am I here?
Yeah.
Yes!
Oh, I felt like I was lost in the Bermuda Triangle. Yeah, right there. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
can't-
How are you?
I can't thank you enough for all that you do for the music, live music, original music, every kind of music thing. And I do appreciate all the work you do.
Well, that's very sweet, Mr. Dan. Happy to do it. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, I know you are.
It's my two favorite things: music and helping people, and eating donuts.
Yes.
I should add that.
That's a nice mix.
That's also one of my favorite things. So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna say goodbye to
These
Rachel.
are you my favorite things.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna say bye to Rachel. Thank you for joining us.
Hi.
And
Bye, Rachel.
so, if you don't know Mr. Dan Colon, he's an amazing singer-songwriter and guitarist, as you see. What are you gonna do for us today, Dan?
I'm gonna do a love song that was done by Elton John, I believe. Oh, you know, his name escapes me every now and then.
He's a
Yeah,
British
he and
guy
I
too.
were. Yeah, he and I we go way back.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah,
funny.
to the Troglodytes.
Now it's really funny because I was when I was talking to him earlier today, he never mentioned you.
I know. I'm the silent songwriter. If he mentioned me, yeah, it'd be awful. Oh, yeah.
Gotcha. So your name
Oh,
is Bernie,
yeah.
right? All right, Dan, take it away. Great to have you.
All right, here we go. This is all about love, and we need it. The words I have to say, they may be simple, but they're true. We can give our love, there's nothing more that we can do. Love is the opening door. Love is what we came here for. No one can offer you more. Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? hard to find, to leave behind the life we knew. There's no other way. Now it's really up to you. Love is the opening door. Love is what we came here for. No one can offer you more than you know to me. Have your eyes really seen? Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes Love is the key we must have. Truth is the flame we must. Freedom the lesson we must learn. You know what I mean. Have your eyes really seen? Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen?
Wow. Just wow. Do you ever write a song that's not just wow?
I bow wow. I do bow wow.
Bow wow. Ah, talking of which, I've got my faithful sidekick Wilson here,
That's right.
who's been taking care of things very quietly. He doesn't make a fuss. He just does his thing
And
over there.
is that a bear? Is that a bear?
A bear? No, it's not a bear.
It's a bear.
Dog.
So it's a dog. It's not a bear. It's a doggy.
No, it's not a sheep either.
Oh.
Dan, don't even try the British accent. You can't pull it off. It's like me trying American. Oh, sorry, Wilson.
Oh.
Wilson's fallen. No matter. Thank you for joining us,
I want to
Dan.
thank you very, very much for allowing me here.
Oh, pleasure. Thank you for joining us. Always enjoy your songs immensely. And I'm just going to mention a couple of other comments people have made if you want to stick around and listen.
And I want to let you know, hey, everybody out there, drop a little in the kitty. I know he's got a dog, but we're talking about the kitty right now.
And that some people have been doing that. Just to call out a couple of you. Jade, thank you very much for your kind donation. She says, everyone sounds great. I loved hearing Rachel Hofmeister on violin. Glad somebody did. Just kidding. And Colin, thank you for your kind donation too. He says, thank you. Keep up the good work of spreading the music. It's too important to be left to professionals. And that is one of the big tenets of our organization, is music should be for everybody. Everyone gets to take part.
You know what? I was going to wear a mask while I sung.
I thought of it too. However, Wilson assures me that he is quite immune to the virus. So. Also, thank you to Kristen Alexander Wilcher for your smiley face, Melissa Marzian for your heart, and Jade Passmore for saying, beautiful, Rachel. So nobody's said anything about you yet, Dan, but the
It's
the
all
night
right.
is young.
I live with the pain. I live with the suffering.
Oh.
I go to therapy.
Oh, well, so glad to have you with us today, and I think you may know the next. Oh no, well, yeah, poor Mike Logston's having the hardest trouble getting in, but we're going to go to David and see if he's there right now. This is Mr. David Meek, who
Hello,
is
David.
this gentleman here plays everything. I mean, just stick an instrument in his hands and he'll play it. So he's actually taking care of a bass class for us here. So can you hear us, Dave? Because we can't hear you, I don't think. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you indeed. Good to have you. How are you today?
Excellent. How are you?
I'm just doing peachy. Thank you so much. So let's see. So what are you going to play for us?
The title of the song is Standing on My Own.
Okay, so we're going to say goodbye to Mr. Dan over there. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
And Mr. Dave, it's all yours.
All right. No man is an island, or so they say. We all face someone to help us make it through the day. We all face our giants and our troubles feel so tall. Standing on his shoulders can make our trials feel so small. In the middle of the raging storm, when I face the rising tide, the creator of the universe is standing by our side. I am not standing on my own. I cannot fight this fight alone. I cannot keep my head above the raging sea. I need your strength to help me stand. I need the guidance of your hand. I'll never quit the night alone, 'cause I'm not standing on my own. The waves and winds of this world can knock us off our feet, and we often face our trials with our lives wrapped in defeat. We quickly forget God's promise that in our weakness He is strong. No matter what the circumstance, we don't face it all alone. And in His perfect strength, we rise to face another day. By the power of His mighty hand, He enables us to say, I am not standing on my own. I cannot fight this fight alone. I cannot keep my head above the raging sea. I need your strength to help me stand. I need the guidance of your hand. I'll never face the night alone. I'm not standing on my own. Walked temptation's valleys, yeah, I've seen her great escapes. I've been down roads less traveled, and I've chased earth's greatest game. I've struggled through the darkest night, just searching for a home. No matter what the circumstance, I never faced it all alone. I am not standing on my own. I cannot fight this fight alone. I cannot keep my head above the raging sea. I need your strength to help me stand. I need the guidance of your hand. I'll never face the night alone, 'cause I'm not standing on my own. I am 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 not standing on my own.
And you're
Thank
done. Hey, that was a great song. I love that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, let me just see if Mike Logsdon is finally here. He's there. Do you know Mike, David?
I have seen him earlier today during sound check.
Oh, okay. Mike is a wonderful guy. He part runs the Letter Song Gallery in Louisville, which is a space for musicians, and he does so much for local music. It's wonderful. And he started to move. He unfroze. So the question is, Mike, can you hear us? Well, we can't hear you. Your sound seems to be off. So let's see. I guess we're going to say goodbye to you, David, and thank you for joining us. Oh, well, tell everyone. David and his whole family play with the New Albany Community Orchestra. His wife Martha plays cello. David comes and plays piano or fake harp or fake whatever we need. He can make his keyboard sound like. And then his boys, one is starting to learn viola with us, and the other will come occasionally and hit some things in the percussion department. So, yeah, it's great to have a whole family together doing that. So we love it when whole families sign up to do music. Awesome stuff. All right, Mr. David, thank you. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
See you soon. Bye.
Let's see if Mike's got his sound working. I don't think his sound is working still. So we're going to just pull in our next person. In the meantime, let's give him time to sort that stuff out. Let's see if Romana is here. There they are. 6 feet apart and with masks on. It's Romana, and it looks like her band is here. Band she, except we can't hear you. Hello.
All right, now we're unmuted.
Oh, there we go. Wonderful.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, so do you want to introduce who you've got with you, sorry?
Oh, yeah, sure. So I'm Romana. That's Stephen Phillips on guitar.
Oh, hi, Stephen. Yeah.
On all the percussion. We usually have another person with us, but due to safety issues, they can't be here with
Sure.
us.
Yeah.
That's Beverly Reed is usually on flute.
Oh. Well, so Romana, tell us about you. What do you do?
Uh,
Have you got a day?
I play music and write music, and I teach music and books and other things of that nature.
Yay! And Romana, by the way, teaches guitar for CAMS and does a fantastic job. Almost all the students love you.
Almost.
I'm kidding. They all
The
do.
lazy ones don't like me.
They all love you. So, anyway, tell us, just while you get yourself sorted out, I guess you're already ready, but I'm just going to take this moment to thank everybody that is using our virtual tip jar here. We've been having quite a few people drop in, a buck or two, and that's great. If you can do that, that would be really helpful. The link is right underneath here. Underneath in the description box, you will see a link. Yeah, Romana's doing it too. Thank you, Romana. So everybody knows which way it is. And even if it's just a buck, if you click on it, it's even going to ask you, do you want to donate a buck? And believe me, that helps. Because many a buck makes a lot of bucks, right?
Yeah, several bucks make a lot of bucks.
Yep. And at this stage, we've got enough so that everyone can have a slap-up meal at McDonald's.
Yeah.
So your dinner for tonight is covered, and probably your breakfast tomorrow as well. And also, in addition to the tips, we are very appreciative of a nice donation from Wiley Education Services. Together, we'll transform higher education. More details at edservices.wiley.com. So, what are you going to play for us?
So we've got a song. It's called Darlin'. I wrote it, and they arranged it. And we're going to play it. Angie has arranged it for several species of small furry drums.
Do you have any of them there? Are they running around on the floor? You have to catch them.
Well, we got one, actually.
Well, Baby Jane.
Baby Jane, but she's pretty run out. But there is a furry baby here.
No, just
But I have to not back up.
Don't step on her.
I can't get too wild and rock and roll.
yeah, and you have to not make her into a drum as well. That's always a good
Yeah.
idea. Yeah. All right, take it away, folks.
All right.
Right.
Yes. We don't really get to practice or congregate at all, so it's kind of what you hear is what we've got.
Well, that's great. You just heard the band Banshee with an original song there by Romana, the one who is dancing around right now. So if people want to know more about your band or buy your music, is there a place yet? I know you're kind of new, right?
We're a little bit new. There is a Banshee Facebook page that you can click a like, and that means a lot to us because we still aren't in that place where if you hit the like button, we'll notice. So that's what we got.
So that's on Facebook, Banshee, Bandsshee. Good name, by the way. Very clever. And thank you for joining us, everybody. And yeah, it's great to have a band despite the circumstances. And looks like you took all the precautions. So good for you. Take care, everyone. Thank you. Now we have one more person to hear. Oh, stick around. You can say hi to Mike. It's Mike Logston has just disappeared again. Where are you, Mike? Oh, no. He was right there. Is he back? I can hear you. I can't see you. Well, so long as we can hear you, that's the main thing. Romana just played. You know Romana, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
We met.
We met a couple times.
Okay, well, we're going to say goodbye to you folks at Banshee. Thanks for joining us, and have a good evening.
Have fun, everybody.
And here is Mike. Can you hear me now?
Hello?
Oh dear, it's a really bad quality. I don't know if it's going to work. We're going to just have you, just to close out our show, we're going to ask Mike to try and have a go and sing his song, and I hope it's going to be at least audible. But there seem to be some pretty bad connection problems. So give it a try, Mike.
All right, here we go. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you are. Yay!
Oh.
Go for it. Oh, he's gone again.
I just got dropped again.
Oh, I don't know if this is going to work. We'll post a video of you playing or something like that because we seem to be having problems. So I guess we're going to have to leave it at that. And thank you to our participants. And sorry that Mike wasn't able to make it with a good connection here. But, ladies and... Oh, wait, hold on. Is he still there? Oh, yeah, here it is. Oh, he's gone. Oh, that's such a shame. Of course, we're all learning that this situation, it's all new for us. We're learning to kind of cope with the situation as that we have it, and nothing's perfect. But we were so glad we were able to do this, at least today, and here for some great musicians. So thank you all. Kimberly Lindsay says, I'm really enjoying all of the musicians. Hashtag in this together. Yes, we are, and we need to stick together. And thank you all for helping out. Thank you for using our tip jar, tip jar, which is right underneath there in the description. If you can throw in a buck or two, yes, PayPal or the system it uses will let you donate $1, and believe me, that will help. Because many dollars make a happy meal, right? So there it is. And also just finally to mention one more time that the concert was sponsored in part by Wiley Education Services. Together we'll transform higher education. More details at edservices.wiley.com. So we'd like to... sorry. I'm still new at this myself. Thank you all for joining us, and thank you to all the musicians that took part, all local musicians, and of the donations that were received through the tip jar, 100% will be going to the people that performed today. We're not taking any of it as admin. We're all doing this for free to help them out, and we're happy to do so. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Maybe we'll do another one. Keep an eye out on our website, gocams.org, and on our Facebook page, Kentuckiana Association of Musicians and Singers. And sign up on our mailing list if you want to as well at gocams.org, GOKAMS.org, like this. That cams with a go in front of it, .org, and you will be notified of all the events that we've got coming up and all the exciting stuff. And so, yeah, encourage everyone to sign up. Thank you for joining us today and have a wonderful evening.